Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the breakfast show. This is Martin, your host. It's indeed the month of October. Time has really passed by very fast. We're almost into the last quarter remaining October, November and December. Would we see the normal Christmas rally that we're talking after the Dow Jones continue to averted the shutdown, the government shutdown? So I do think that tonight we will see a rebound. And usually, like one of our coaches, Swilo, said in our Telegram group, October month is where we see the rebound after we see in the September, and it is proven in the VSA 360 seasonally monthly return. So we are seeing it time and time again. Will this be for year 2023? Let's take a look at it. And of course, this coming Wednesday, I'll be covering on the October seasonality pattern, whether we see some sort of return this year. Check it out with me on 9:30 this evening on live FB. Let's take a look at what we have for you this morning in our breakfast show in here. All right, so for this morning, you can see on the far hand side, we did have the last Friday, or more like the last Friday sell-off, because then we have the closing of the so-called month of September, which not been very positive. So the market has broken through the 1440. This morning, the market has sort of come back a bit because the Dow Jones didn't fall as much. We did fall, no doubt about it, but the US government averted the shutdown. That would bring some sort of positive into this market that we see in here. Now let's take a look at our agenda this morning. Now the KLSE, as you can notice, on the 21st of September, it was already red pentagon. So many of you would have known with the red pentagon, and also following the live Facebook where I talk about at least going about 1 month into the forecast, when you know how the thing. But usually for the month of October, the support is there too. So today we are looking probably for a support at the 1420 level. Let me just put it down here. Right, you can see here, this is level 1422.3. So that's the level kind of support that we have. Usually the sell-off, there's no so-called really big agenda that the market can fall more than what we've seen so far. And no doubt about it, the foreign fund was started to sell off last Friday, and usually we'll see this, as I said before, every time when we have a big sell-off like we have last Friday, usually is due to the foreign funds buying in here. And of course, some of those of you who are beginner can also start collecting the Robie FA collection stock. FA stands for fundamental. Those are good stocks. And we also take a look at some of what we talk about it since the last show that we did on live Facebook was the 18th of September. No doubt the KLCI right now is red pentagon. Now, of course, the SmartRobie is powered by our Trade VSA Pentagon Guider. Good morning to our good supporter and friend Nora. Thank you for coming this morning for our SmartRobie show. And also, we have looked at some of our past bi-weekly winner and loser. Previously, we're looking at SKB. This time, we're looking at Bainam. Now, again, why I continue to show you this is the setup before the big major move. And a lot of time, a lot of the stocks you can see before the big volume comes out on the right hand side that you see up here. This is where we want to really pay attention on the left hand side here before the kind of big move. You can see for a start there were a lot of low volume accumulation in here, and market tend to move sideways, and the takeoff period will be definitely the green pentagon, the green pentagon in here, and then the market started to move up and so on and so forth from before the big sell. Of course, during this time when you see a lot of upthrust, this is also a good period where you want to take some profit out of the way before you see the sell off. Right now you say, or you can just also sell off during the red pentagon. Whatever you do, please have a plan. Trading is risky, and if you're not careful, you can lose money too. All right, that's why we always have this precaution, and also we do have our stop loss method to prevent any disastrous stop loss. I do think that many of our members who've been following us probably know about the trading that we talk about in here. And of course, VSA 360, since January we launched, we have a good insider buying, and I think many of the members who have used this, and I did cover this on the Friday live FB with VSA 360, and many of it are in here. So right now, let's take a look at the market in. As you can see on the left hand side, the KLSE has broken the 40-40 level, which is actually this level here. Let me just bring up the laser pointer. Right, this was that level 1440 here, and it's broken through. And also last Friday we have seen the foreign funds also started the outflow, which did explain why this red bar broke through the ATR stop loss. This is the ATR stop loss. I think many of you would have seen this and got used to it in here. Market broke through in here, and market did cross down. You can see also the cross down, which is the railway track. So crossing down, not a good thing lah. It took about almost a month to cross down. Now the question is, will it hold up? Because October, seasonality is always a strong month. October, as I said before, is a strong one because we did see the sell-off that we have in September. So October as well. So we have to watch out for sign of strength. Sign of strength, these are the VSA in here. And usually you're looking for springs, looking for tests. Those will be your evidence that this market has a bit of room to push upward from here. All right, in here. Sorry, I think I apologize for this. Looking bearish. This is okay. It's bearish now. All right, rather than bearish. So I'll just make a note on the notes that we have in here. Now on our cousin site website, let me just move this. This will be our so-called okay. Also, those are the line that I was going to draw in here. You can see also, you can see from here, which is like a distribution, the breakdown of a stage 4. Now the question is, will this stage 4 continue to break lower that we see? But I do think that there is support at 1420. This 1420 is a strong support and backed up by October seasonality month. So the market will likely to hold its level in here. So the only clue we want to pay attention is the sign of strength and sign bar like spring and test. Those are the thing in here. And let's go on to the next one. It's our futures. All right, our futures chart, which is the so-called the cousins of the cash chart, which is the KLCI. The futures are foretelling even break up even earlier. More importantly, it broke through the red line. That's where the big red line. Now remember, the big red line is the big support, the 200-day moving average. As soon as it broke through it, this will become the resistance, the level. So the test is whether the next 3 months, October, November, and December, whether this FKLI futures can break through back that 200-day moving average, which is around the 14. This is 1440. And right now you can see the market stages. You can see this is still slightly higher than here. Then the question, will it break through low? If we do break through this low here, then we are looking at a downtrend, lower low and lower high in here, because once it break through the 1420, lo and behold, it's going to pull back up, and you can see form a new high. It's like one of those jagged zigzag all the way. Also, railway track has tracked down. You can see here, this is the part where it actually tracked downwards and pulled the whole thing out. There is no support until 1440, and that's, to me, is the most scary part, right? No support until 1440, as such that it can be a free fall. So sometimes we do see a lot of weak sellers starting to sell right now, and the weak sellers, if they were to sell it, then what's going to happen is that we're going to have strong buyers coming in, and that's how the 1420 support will be formed in here. Keep that in mind. So now let's take a look at the SmartRobie stage 2 shares. Now stage 2 shares, give it a bit of time. These are what we call a continual uptrend. Now remember, the KLCI may be down because it's just representing 30 of the KLCI stock, and mainly most of them are actually finance stock in here. If you have used the VSA 360, you will also notice there are other sectors that move very, very well. And definitely one of them in the past months were oil and gas. Now let's take a look on the last session that we did, which was the 18th of September. Okay, 18th of September, we have Pestag. And if you have any stocks that you want me to look at, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to help you that. And if you look through this stocks that we have, let's take a look at Pestag. All right. Okay, I think some of these stocks has gone up a bit since the last round that we were looking at it. Let's look at the stock chart. Also, you can see Pastec shrink this to the bigger one, and this was on the 18th of September. So you can see on the left hand side, the 18th of September was somewhere around here. Yep, has gone up pretty nicely down here. 18th of September, so it's been up a nice trend. Next one is Delinium. Okay, good one for Pastec. Look at the chart here for Delinium. Okay, hit that and switch to a 1 month chart, and this is also on the 14, 18, 15, 18. Yep, it's gone up to align with oil and gas, which is a good one in here. So let's see whether this continue. Let's look at also the Dialog, which is also another oil and gas. Okay, whether Dialog is in the stage 2, which is an uptrend. Yeah, stage 2 uptrend here. So unfortunately, Dialog tak ada jalan. So 18 was somewhere around here. Also pull back a bit. Some of these stocks, as I said before, you want to see that kind of nice uptrend, but it didn't sort of follow through from what we see in here. Okay, and United Plantation, and also it was in red Pentagon too. So just keep that in mind. United Plantation, UTP, UTD, DPLT. Okay, hit that one, and hit the stock chart, stock comment, and again go back to 1 month. Yep, it's gone up 18th of February, actually hit the high about then. Since then has pulled back and has a red pentagon in here. So 2nd of October, that's the chart that we see right now here. Would this be somehow of an interesting day to go after, right? All right, let's take a look at this week. On the 2nd of October, AWC. Okay, let's look at AWC, the chart that we have. Okay, and where we are. These are stage 2. Oh, started to push up nicely, right? Switch to a 1 month chart. You can see if you have gone in during the green pentagon, you will be much more advantage. But the trend is starting up. Look also at Teo Seng and Aeon Credit. Aeon Credit is interesting because this is also happen to be one of the Robie FA stocks that we'll be talking about here. Let's look at this one here, Aeon Credit. Stock chart, stock comment. Hit that one, and it's up 3% in here. And this is the one that is actually pushed up a lot more from the time that we've seen here. Okay. Alright, so those are what we'll look back. And don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter for some of the news that I read every day, and we'll post them with regards to the Pentagon system in here. Right, and let's look at the Robie FA stock. On the 18th of September, we were looking at red tone. Okay, let's look at red tone. Since then to now, red tone. Okay, red tone. Yeah, a lot of buyback shares also for MI too. Yes, good one. Quite a buy, but we'll take a look at it, Anna. Okay, we got Alvin one. We look at Amanda. Sure, we look at that one too. Let's take a look at red tone first. Okay, sorry. That's Amanda for Alvin. This is red tone. It did shoot up straight, but eventually came back down too. All right, so that's one in here, and also Kim Long. Look at Kim Long too, which was the last week chart here that we saw. That was for Kim Long. Let's take a look at Kim Long right now. Switch to 1 month chart. One is 186. Yeah, it's sort of 18th of September was where it is. It did hold up above the 185 in here, but I do think today that the chart actually shoot up Kim Long. Let's take a look at there on the real-time chart. You can see a nice push up here, up 2% in here, a nice 2% in here. So that's a good one too. For Kim Long, it's just that the delay chart for the SmartRobie, it's about 20 minutes. Okay, that's for 20 red tone in here. Now let's look at this week for the Robie FA stock for the 2nd of October. Now 2nd October, you have the SK Press. Okay, let's look at the SK Press here this week. Right, you can see this is adjusted, so we adjust for the dividend. So you can see it's a red pentagon, but actually it's adjusted for the dividend in here. There did be a nice dividend, but it's still one of the ways we can see that is you go on to SK Press to the real-time chart. You can see when you adjust it and you switch it off just above my head here, you can see that's where it is. That's why it's a red pentagon. And when you switch it back, it's adjusted. So we need to adjust the chart in here. And let's see whether SK Press will push higher or not. And on the other one is we have Aeon Credit. That's the one we were talking about just now. So looking at Aeon Credit, which is a Robie FA stocks. And eventually, it just shot back up here. Green pentagon at this $11, but it's a very expensive stock. Aeon Credit $11 in here. So I don't think many of our what we call the penny stocks trader will buy this. This is definitely for longer term investing in here. But it did have a nice one. I think usually when the stocks buy it. Okay, Mayfan asked also B Plantation. Okay, we will look at it shortly. All right, when we get down to any stocks that you want me to look at, feel free to pencil those in. We will look at it. So the unique proposition of SmartRobie always been, many of you who have not heard before, is the green pentagon, which is giving you the up signal, and also the red pentagon giving you the down signal. And to further enhance the so-called usability to overcome some of the complicated technical analysis is to use the SmartRobie apps, and you alert in here. So you have any stocks, just check it out in here under the so-called under the watch list. You can click onto the watch list. You can use all the alert right in here. It's pretty easy, self-explanatory, and each watch list you set up for the same exchange. And when you have a stock waiting alerted, right, like this, I've been alerted here, it's been alerted, is Icon and Echo West, so you will know, right, whether the stock has got a red pentagon and green pentagon. More importantly, I think, is to check it out for during the morning, right, and also the evening. Some of the stocks you already have, so that way you know when you turn the green and red pentagons and you're monitoring this too. All right, that's how you want to be using this. Right, and another one is also the alert would come and alert you in the morning. Okay, in the morning around 10:15 here for the SmartRobie apps in here, so you'll know which one you turn green pentagon and red pentagon to. All right, it's a freebie for newbie. That's good. So make sure you turn it on. And also starting this Friday, we'll be doing our breakfast show with SmartRobie on the US market. So purely on US market, and it's really a good way to diversify out if and should our Bursa market doesn't go anywhere in here. And we also explore some of the possible US stockbroker that we are recommending under our collaboration too. And do check us out on this Friday at 10:15 in here. All right, so that's and also our VSA 360, we are starting up a new class right now. This is starting on the 7th of we started actually on the 7th of September. This will go on to the October to the March. No, this will be up to April 2024. Right, and that will be our next 6 months. If you are already existing member, do come in and also support this. We will also be very, very glad that you're able to continue your education into using some of our Pony Express methodology that we talk about here, which is the VSA turbo trading, and as well as discretion investing and so forth. This is really something you don't want to be missed in here. As you can see, some of our good result from our member just over the 6 months. Now they've been longer with us, some of these members with a 67% win rate, and Mayfan, which is also here today, and she was asking about B plan, so I will check it out for you too. And also we have Uncle Chu, okay, James Chu for 15%. So as a summary, the KLCI, I do think that the 1420 support is still strong and going to be holding up in here, as October seasonality will be great. But for those of you who are the Robie FA user, like those fundamental stocks, I think stick to the Robie FA if you're a beginner here. All right. Sign up for our newsletter, don't forget, and also check out our YouTube for any of our archive series or video in here. And for those of you who are thinking sign up for our VSA 360 with the VSA turbo trading what we call guidance. That's the one you want to be in right now. They're doing that. And also with all the great features, it will help you become a better trader and great review. All right, right now we're going to be looking at the stocks that we have in here. I'm going to switch to the real-time chart. We have the Armada, Bumi Armada. Okay, Bumi Armada this morning turned red, so I have to be very careful in here. But we have to see, because oil prices, let's check out the oil prices. Type CL, which I want to see the crude oil. Yeah, there was a big U-turn here, you can see, right? The big U-turn. We have a 2-bar reversal, and this is also very similar one too. So oil and gas again, I think it will still hold at this level as long as 91, but it did hit the 95 level in here. That's a big pullback for that one, right? So let's take a look at MI. Well, MI, we can see go to VAC 360 since we are talking about share buyback. Technology here. I don't see any share. There was a call to buy. That was back in August. Share buyback were not reflected in here, but the trend is pretty nice too. I will agree. The trend right now is good too. Depending, share buyback by company should be reflected in here. It's part and parcel in here. Just kind of curious why it's not. And then what happened? We look at also B plant. Okay, B plant will definitely be bolstered. Yes. Oh, this was a big sell-off here. I think this could be, that was a reason. Oh, it's taken private. Remember, bolstered is taken private. Maybe it's got to do with the pricing this morning. Let's switch to a 15-minute chart. You can see right at the opening 9 o'clock. So something must have happened last Friday. I think that's why the price sell-off back, and actually it's gone back to where the first they make the announcement. I do think that this got to do with the announcement in here. And you can check out the news, whether there's any news. Bolstead. I'll just wait for the news to come out here. Don't see any news yet. Or we can just Google to the news site. Bolstead will be removed from June 28. Delisting 23rd of June. So Bolstead, yeah, that's to me. B plan news. Don't see anything. 6 days ago, Canva due to wire with LTAT. So I think KLK is going to buy up with Bolstead. Maybe they didn't agree some sort of prices in here. We just have to wait ongoing. Usually news fall much faster than we see in here. Big. So those people who have this in here, I think it's going to be a real concern with it. Yeah, B plan with KLK. That's the news we're talking about. Thank you, Nora. All right. So that's all we have for this morning. Thank you for your support. And definitely we'll be back on Wednesday. Make sure you check us out in here. And don't forget, do share our Telegram chat with all our stock market information in here. And thank you for coming. I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.